Climate change and overpopulation. I don't want to talk too much about conspiracies. I'm trying to talk about fact, what we're witnessing ourselves. And I don't want to talk too much about what the science is telling us either. Let's talk about fact, okay? The fact is that the earth is getting warmer. We're experiencing it, we're witnessing it. It's not just what I'm seeing on the news, we're seeing it in person. Well, I am anyway. I mean, when I was a kid, I used to wake up every December, January time. You was guaranteed 2 foot of snow every year without question. I've not seen snow in about 10 years. You know, we get a few trickles here and there, but we don't get snow anymore. I've not seen real snow for maybe 20 years. So the earth is getting warmer. We're seeing more floods, we're seeing hotter summers, as I'm experiencing now. So climate change is real. Now what's causing it? The science is telling us that the deforestation of trees is what's causing it. Now I buy that. The reason why I buy that is because I've often walked in woods and forests and I feel a coolness that you don't feel in the city, even if you're in the shade. There's like a refreshing coolness, a vapour that you can just kind of feel. And if you've ever done that, you might know what I'm talking about. And if you witness yourself, you can see smoke coming from the trees. It's like water evaporating. You see it on dew on the ground in the summer as well. So there is definitely some kind of moisture coming out of these trees. So this does cool everything around. And it makes sense that the less trees we've got, the more climate change we've got. Now, the United Nations are telling us that the world is currently around 7.9 billion. And the world population is increasing on average 80 million a year. Now, 80 million is probably, it's a population the size of United Kingdom and Ireland put together, plus you've got a few million left over. You could probably add Iceland or some countries like that to it. You know, it's a large population really. And if 80 million people are being created every year, each person requires some form of deforestation. Whether it's housing, agriculture, education, future employment, leisure, even the fact that most people born in the hospital requires some form of deforestation to build the hospital. They've got to be born somewhere. So every life requires trees to be cut down. Even if everybody goes to net zero, even if the whole world drives electric cars or becomes vegans, you're still going to have some climate change because you're still going to need to chop down trees. There's only one solution to this, and the only solution is to populate the planet. And even if you don't solve the problem now, the Earth's population will just keep growing by 80 million a year. There'll be 90 million, 100 million. The more population there is, the more it grows. One day it's got to be solved. One day you're going to have to do something about it. And I mean, the United Nations published a report in 2018, which they reiterated in 2019, claiming that the Earth has only got 11 years to survive. It's only got 11 years to get its climate to a certain level, or at risk irreversible damage. Now, whether you believe in that or not, I don't believe in the science. I don't believe in anything that I'm being told. I'm looking at facts. The facts are they've said it. You can look it up. You can Google it. You can Google United Nations climate change 11 years. It'll come up. As I say, whether you believe in the facts or not, whether you believe they exaggerate or whether it's complete bull, whatever, they are saying this. And these are the people that are in charge. These are the people that are running the show. The United Nations are the head organisation of the World Health Organization, who their leader, Dr. Tedros, is a suspected murderer. He's a former member of the TPLF. And if you think that's like fake news, which I understand why you'd think that, then this is the age of social media where you can just talk to people over the world. Randomly add someone from Ethiopia and ask them about Dr. Tedros. They're all saying the same thing. So it seems that there's some validation to this. The Ethiopian government wants to indict him on charges of genocide. The United Nations have blocked it. Why have they blocked it? Why aren't they even listening to the evidence? This guy is running the show with the C and the V. I can't talk about it, I can't mention it because I get banned. YouTube keep flagging me, and so we know what the C and the V means. So as I say, I mean, climate change is real. Overpopulation maybe it's been exaggerated, maybe we've got thousands of years to populate. I don't know. I'm not going to get too deep into the science. I'm witnessing it myself. I've witnessed myself. I mean, there's a new house estate over there, if you can see it. That used to be fields before. And if you see that big massive mountain in the distance, I mean, we've had loads of fires up there recently. The fire brigade are constantly up there. And these are things that wouldn't occur if it wasn't for climate change. We've always had fires up there. We've always had the odd bit here and there, you know, joyride or something, or burns up a car and something happens like that, but we're having more and more. So climate change is real, overpopulation is real, and I don't want to talk about it too much, but obviously I get banned. But you can you can go on the World Health Organization's own website and type in where it says search, type in annual population growth and annual population deaths and births. You can look at births and deaths. They've got everything. It's all written there. It's difficult to find, but you can find it. Now, throughout 2019 and 20 and 21, which is what we've had a pandemic where 15 million people apparently died, there's no suggestion on their data that the world population has shrunk or that the deaths have risen. I've said this stuff before. I'm hoping that YouTube won't flag it and ban me. You know where I'm going, you know what I'm thinking about the C and the V. So just think about it. If you think climate change is an hoax, if you think that people just keep growing and 80 million people can keep populating the planet and there's going to be no repercussions, think again. One day this planet is going to be unlivable if population isn't solved.